Hi, my name is Wendy. I'm the mother of Corporal Brandon Meyers. He died by suicide June 28, 2013. And since then, I've been running a car show called Brandon Meyers Memorial Car Show. I raise money for dogs, for service dogs, for our veterans. It stops them from dying by suicide. Every day we lose 30 to 35. And with having a benefit like this, and enjoying all the cars, meeting new veterans, making connections, we can save one vet at a time with one pet. So please enjoy the next video.
Okay, hi, my name is Amy. I am the owner of this 1970 Chevy Chevelle. It is a 454 4-speed. I received it from my husband for a 25th wedding anniversary gift, so it is very near and dear to my heart. Engine is pretty much what it was when we purchased it. We have not done a lot under there, had to put a new ignition in. We've rewired her from front to back. It did have a pearl white paint when we purchased the car. Other than that, we have changed the entire interior. It was a beautiful shade of gold that was pretty mismatched and looked like somebody had spray painted it. So we gutted it and took it to this red and black, which I think complements the pearl white.
Right, yes, it does. And how's it started driving?
Love driving it. It's very fun. Truthfully, didn't really learn to ever drive a stick until I was about 30 years old. And other than that, it was a very brief period that we had a stick. And then this, I think every person in the world should learn to drive a stick. It's so much fun. Driving around to car shows, not a lot of open road, highway driving, seeing as it gets about 7 miles to the gallon. But we have a ball with it.
When you got the car, did it come all this way, or how much work did you have to do to it?
We really have not had to do a whole lot. Like I said, the interior, ignition, some wiring. We've put chrome wheels on it. But we found it locally. A gentleman in Orland Park had the car before we purchased it. So
Pristine shape, isn't it?
Well, thank you. We work hard at it and protect her from all the elements outside. She comes out in the sunshine, and that's about it.
Now, the most important question, if I didn't say it, do you let your husband drive it?
I do occasionally let him drive it because he is my detail guy. So when we get to the car show, if you'll notice, I do the light dust and he does all the detail work. So until he gets his car out of the shop, I have a detail guy. So as long as he gets to do the work, I let him drive it occasionally, but not very often. Oh, well, thank you for watching and letting me share my vehicle. Have a good time, and would encourage everyone to get into classic cars.
Hi, I'm going to introduce you to Peggy Moran. She runs 1Pet1Vet. She's the trainer. She could tell you a little bit more about it with all the funds that I raised that I'm currently giving to them.
Hi. Well, so thanks to donations from Wendy, we've been able to place service dogs in homes. And so far to date, just since last year's car show, 2 of the dogs Wendy donated have saved 3 lives of veterans. So we're really appreciative of that. These dogs make a huge difference in the lives of veterans. Through donations, we are able to purchase puppies from a reputable breeder, and then we begin their training, which takes between 18 and 24 months. It costs between $15,000 and $20,000 per dog to go from start to finish, and none of the costs are absorbed by the veterans who receive these dogs from 1Pet1Vet through donations like yours. So it's been very meaningful to us to be invited here and to be a participant and a recipient of your car show. So thank you so much. In Brandon's honor, I know this is making a huge difference for other veterans. The reduction in rate of suicide drops from 21% over the statistic for civilians to normative to civilian suicide rates. So a 21% reduction for PTSD veterans that have a service dog is profound. That's a really meaningful difference. So again, these dogs change lives by going out and facilitating veterans entering into public spaces where they may be too stressed to go on their own, re-entering into relationships with their families and others, and having company when they go home, having the unconditional love of a dog. So many of the tasks that they perform make the difference between life and death, literally. So thank you all very much.
And just one last note. People hear the term 22 too many a lot. That means 22 suicides from our military veterans every day. That is actually a wrong term. It's actually 30 to 35 because the states only count 23 states. And if you take the whole number from the start of the war, around 9,000 have died killed in action. Over 112,000 have died by suicide.
And that's an unnecessary number.
We can stop it.
We can, and service dogs are really shown to make a huge difference. So please help support any service dog organization for veterans with PTSD, if not ours. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is where the proceeds are going, to help train service dogs for veterans suffering with PTSD. So we actually do have 1Pet1Vet here with us. We have Eric and Peggy with us, along with a couple of special guests, a couple of the service dogs in training. So it's glad to have them here, and we're actually going to have them tell you guys a little bit about what they do, some of the dogs that they work with, kind of how they operate, and we'll go from there. So first up, we have Eric here with 1Pet1Vet.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out today. We really appreciate your support, and especially for Wendy. This is the second year that we've partnered with her. Her and her volunteers for putting this on. It really makes a big difference in what it is that we do. What we do is we train service dogs for veterans that are diagnosed with PTSD. And the reason we do this is part of the reason why we're here, in remembrance of Brandon, is for veterans that are suffering with PTSD and depression, to help bring down the number of veteran suicides, which, as a lot of people may know out here, are at basically epidemic proportions. So what we do through the training of the dogs allows the veterans to live a better, more fulfilled life through the love of the dog, and also they get to spend a lot of time around other veterans that are in the same situation as them, so it offers them that support that way also. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. You can check us out on 1pet1vet.com or 1Pet1Vet Facebook page to see what we do. You'll see pictures of the veterans and where your donations and stuff are going, so you can keep track of us that way. We have a tent set up right over here. If anybody, you're more than welcome to come by. We have a couple of our dogs up here, service dogs in training, and a future mother of service dogs, Blossom. And you're more than welcome to come by and check those out and ask us any questions that you have about training or the program itself, if you know anyone who might be interested or who may need this type of service. It is 100% free to the veterans in the program. We are a 501c3, fully funded by private donations. So we appreciate you coming out, and a big thank you to Wendy again for making this all possible. Thank you.
As you guys heard from 1Pet1Vet, it is an extremely important cause to all of us. The estimates are roughly 22 veterans per day commit suicide. Obviously, our goal is to stop that trend and get that number down to zero. So anything you guys can do is definitely appreciated. We appreciate everyone coming out with all their cars, everyone coming out to check out all the cars, donate. Lots of raffles, silent auctions still going on up front. You guys still have time to cash in on all that. Let's continue having a good time.
Please, please, please subscribe. We appreciate it.